put the mixer back into the 424 and started testing, only to discover that the master fader is intermittent. The right bus is passing signal fine, but the left bus, you need to give it a wiggle. That's not really good enough. So I've got it out of the case again. I'm going to do a couple of things. Obviously I'm going to replace it. I do have a spare from a 424 Mark III board, but I've also got this spares 464 board. I want to see whether the faders from this model are compatible. They're very slightly larger. I don't know whether that's going to interfere with the form factor of the plastic case or whether these contact points are different. Let's find out. Okay, so I've desoldered that master fader. Another thing I'm going to try is, there's been a few times where I've had really dirty 244 and 246 faders and I've pried them open and given them a clean and put them back together and they worked okay. I've never pried one of these apart before, but I'm going to give it a go. So you can see there's little metal tabs over the back here. I think if I just pry them open with pliers, I'll be able to lift that out. And what I'm expecting to see, if it's the same design as the 244 and 246 faders, is that there's little brass brushes set in a plastic base and that's sliding along a carbon plate at the bottom. You can actually already see there's quite a lot of fluff either side. So I'll clean that off then reassemble it. Yeah, there's a certain amount of grime coming off the carbon plate. See if we can get autofocus to work with me. You can see that's really dirty. Okay, so I've reassembled the master fader from the 424 Mark III. Feels a lot smoother now. If I hold this up against the underside of the 464 board, I can see that the location of the pins on the circuit board matches up pretty well. And also they're the same depth. Although this one's slightly narrower than the one that's on the 464, I'm pretty sure they would work. And here's the mono fader, channel fader that I removed 424 Mark III in an earlier video. And you can see the pins do line up with the holes on this earlier model. Depth is pretty much the same. What this would indicate to me is, say you had a 424 Mark III and you were able to very cheaply source a Tascam Portastudio from this generation, so 464, 424 Mark I, 488 Mark I, then you're going to be able to swap out the faders. It's going to work, I would say.